I got it now, Paul.
Okay, good.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Sorry about the minute delay there. We should be live.
Yes, always testing out technology, make sure everything's working. But yeah, it's good to have everybody logging in and joining in with us.
Wednesday, February 10th already.
I know. We're going to be halfway through the month by this weekend. So happy early Valentine's.
Oh, yeah,
to everybody.
Valentine's.
Valentine's this Sunday.
Yes, we're good.
I'm not seeing it on my end, but I trust Paul's judgment. If he says we're live, we're live.
We are live, and I can
There
do a
we
couple
go.
quick shout-outs. Good morning, Irene. Good morning, Don. Good morning,
Good morning,
Liliana.
Pat. Is there a
Good
problem
morning,
with the
Erica
video?
Lavette.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mark Baker.
Awesome.
I think we're going good.
Norvin, Pat, Rita, Sandra, Todd Baker. Good morning, Ernie, Dominic. Good morning, Beth Goddard. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Lisa Snyder. They're coming in now. They're
Okay.
Awesome.
live.
Very good. Well, thank you guys also
We're coming
for
up.
joining us this morning.
Yeah, thanks for
Appreciate
being
you carving out time from your Wednesday. All right,
All right. I think we're
let's dive in.
all working now. So good. Let me turn that down.
And then just a quick reminder, as we're going through the sales meeting, we love hearing comments and questions from you guys, so feel free to post in the comment section at any time, and we will keep an eye on that throughout the meeting.
Yeah. Excellent. I think we're good. So let's go to our agenda here, and we'll start out by welcoming new agents.
Wow, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. So hopefully we have some of you here today, and if you'll know if you're new. So if this is your first sales meeting, type in the comments, say hi, I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah,
So,
or give us a wave emoji.
yes. But I want to thank everyone for referring these new wonderful agents. Wow. So let's see here. Caitlin referred Mark. Chris referred Kellen. Kellen, I just saw, he just joined, so we just brought you in, so hopefully you're on now, Kellen. Kiefer referred Chris. Doug referred Darcy. Jim brought in Jenny. Justin, Todd Baker. Philip brought in Ivan. Allison Lashment to Habiba Biba. And Kim Green. And then Bobby Barajas brought in Matthew Martin. So thanks so much, guys. That's really how we've built this company is
Your word of mouth
referrals, sending them our way, and we're trying to take great care of your new people that you've brought in. And we've got some pictures of everyone so we can go, oh, this is who they are.
This is what they look like since we don't get to see you in person.
Wow. So yeah, nice, happy, smiling, professional-looking faces. So yeah, welcome. We're excited to have all of you with us.
And then just a couple quick shout-outs. Shelly returning and Christine returning. So we're excited to have both of them back at Equity.
Yeah, always like having people come back. You know, sometimes people get out of the industry or move away,
Or take some time off.
Take time off, or try a different place and come back home. So we're glad to have you guys back with us.
Yeah.
And we've got a mortgage update. We have seen you guys talk about this quite a bit. Appraisal gaps and low inventory, and what are we doing? And Amir put together a great video the other day. Every Monday morning, Amir of Own Home Loans, which is our in-house mortgage company, owned by Amir and myself and Steve Harder. The three of us own Home Loans and are working hard to do a great job for you guys. but we'll let Amir kind of catch us up on what he's seeing on his end
Yeah.
with appraisal gaps and the low inventory and how it's affecting his side of the world outside of our real estate sales.
Yeah, and please do keep tabs on his Monday Mortgage Minute videos that he posts on the Equity Facebook group, as well as Paul then relays them and puts them in our weekly update. They are really, really good videos. Really good videos.
Yeah, the more knowledge you have, the better off you are.
Yeah, so thank you, Amir, for being with us this morning.
Oh, I think I got an
There we go.
Thanks
There we
for
got you,
the
Amir.
introduction, guys. Yeah, so for those of you that did not catch the video, it's on Facebook, but the main point of that video is, you know, almost every contract right now, at least every contract that I've seen has an appraisal gap. I don't think I've seen anything without an appraisal gap in the past, you know, at least month or two. So I did want to relay some information as far as what we're seeing on the lending side with appraisers and how they're reacting to this ultra low inventory that we currently have. And there is a bit of a silver lining because we're seeing a lot of appraisers take into account the low inventory and the market trends of this, you know, accelerating, increasing prices that we're seeing. And a lot of appraisals where an agent and I have kind of got our comps and have an idea of what we think our buyer may need to bring to the table. In a lot of situations, we've been pleasantly surprised, and we're seeing a lot of appraisers take into account the fact that the inventory is very low and prices are increasing everywhere. And a lot of our buyers have not had to meet as large of an appraisal gap as we had been anticipating. In a lot of situations, we're seeing appraisals come in at value for very large appraisal gaps and sometimes overvalue. I did relay an example. It was a Jefferson County property, asking price or list price $525. The buyer won the contract at $575. Comps, as far as the agent and I were concerned, we thought supported a value at $550, and the appraisal came in at $577. So the buyer was thrilled, everybody was happy. And I just want to relay that because I think it's, you know, some encouragement for you guys and for your buyers that, you know, we're seeing appraisers take a lot of these market conditions into account. Now, obviously, every appraiser is an individual contractor, and you know, that may not happen in every scenario, and it may not happen with your particular buyer, but on a large kind of scale, from a bird's eye view, that's what we're seeing. And you know, the appraisers that do appraisals for us are the same appraisers that are doing appraisals for other lenders. So I would imagine other lenders are seeing these same types of trends. Now, one thing I did point out in my video is you're less likely to close a large appraisal gap with a townhome or especially a condominium. If your buyer is paying the highest price, for example, in a condominium project, and there's no other no other units comparable that have sold for that price yet in that building or whatever, you know, if it's a townhome in that area, in that HOA, you're going to be less likely to close a large appraisal gap than you would be with a single family residence. So just a couple things to keep in mind there if you're helping negotiate a contract for a condominium or a townhome. Appraisers are going to have less flexibility than they might have with a single family residence. So just something to keep in mind, a couple things I wanted to touch on in the video, but we are seeing appraisers price in these market trends by adding listings more than usual to their comps and other things that will help them establish, you know, what's actually happening in the market. So that's my my tidbit. I don't know if anyone watched the video, but if there's any questions out there I can answer, I'd be happy to do that for you.
Thanks, Amir. I think that summed up your video very, very well. And that was one thing that I really liked and that get that appraisal closer, just because of the limited ability to go outside or scope of going outside of a particular complex. So that was really helpful, just to be able to educate our condo buyers out there that, hey, you guys need to be prepared to bridge this gap. We may not have the ability to get the appraiser to justify that higher offer value.
Yeah, and I'll just add a couple random tidbits that I've had questions on that I didn't include in a video. Can get some questions on VA appraisals, FHA appraisals, minimum property requirements, things like that. And, you know, and I think a lot of FHA and VA offers are getting overlooked. And, you know, I understand some of the reasons why that's happening, but a couple things that I think a lot of agents don't know about VA and FHA appraisals. A lot of agents think that the VA appraisal, once it's done, it stays with that home for a long period of time. And that's not actually how it works. VA appraisals, if there's a new buyer coming in, they actually need a new VA appraisal. Now, the opposite is true with an FHA appraisal. An FHA appraisal actually stays with that case number, and it stays with that property for 4 months. So even if you have a new buyer coming in and your first contract, let's say you have a listing, you know, take an FHA offer, appraisal's done, it comes in low, that appraisal will stay with the property for an FHA loan for 4 months. So just something to keep in mind, but that doesn't actually happen with VA appraisals. So just a random piece of knowledge I thought I would throw out there, because I get a lot of people who don't quite understand how those two appraisals work. So
Awesome.
Yeah, great.
Great.
Thank
Good
you so much,
information.
Amir.
Staying ahead of the game, knowing what the game is,
Yeah.
is important. So I appreciate your insight. Have a great day. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great week, everybody.
All right. See you, Amir.
Bye-bye.
Good to know. Actually, I thought the VA loan appraisal stayed with the
Property along
property
with
along with the like FHA. So that's good
new,
information
new
that
news
I did
to us
not
as well.
know.
So
Yeah.
always learning, that's for sure.
Excellent. So hopefully some people tuned in today because they wanted to see our 8 listing prospecting strategies. And we know just how limited listings inventory is right now, and people are like, oh my gosh, how do I get listings? I mean, listings are key to the game, obviously, always, but even more important now than ever. So
Yeah, and it's funny because when we were putting this together, I was thinking, you know, would you rather be the buyer's agent that's going out there trying to get your showing scheduled within your 15-minute time frame, being one of those offers that's competing against 20 other buyers, or would you rather be the agent that's fielding all the offers, putting together the multiple offer spreadsheet, presenting it to my seller? It's not an easy job. It's still a lot of work, but when you can have people coming to you and your listing, that's a fun seat to be sitting in right now.
yeah, for sure. So
that's why we're not talking about our 8 buyer strategies.
we've got enough buyers.
We need listings.
So number 1, we've got.
So one of the things that I always like to do for our clients is provide an annual update CMA. So the intention is not because you think you have a client that might want to sell their home this year. It's to stay in touch because you just never know what people's plans are. So there may be someone that isn't super current on what's going on in the market, and they have no idea that they have built-in equity and how much the values have actually gone up here in the last year or two. So doing CMAs for neighbors, for friends, for coworkers, unsolicited. Don't call them or text them and say, hey, can I do a CMA for you? Just do it and present it to them. They may say, you know what, we were thinking about upsizing or downsizing. They may not have any intention of moving and may say, you know what, I've got a coworker that was talking about wanting to list. Would you do a CMA for them? It's just a way to stay in touch and to communicate that you're knowledgeable on the market. So that's one of my favorite tips for getting listings.
Would you use HomeSnap or one of those automated email programs that just every month sends out, what's your home worth right now? Would you use that, or would you actually go in and RPR it or go in the MLS?
Yeah, and that's a great question. I think, those automated systems are great, but they're very mechanic, they're very robotic. I like the personal touch of doing an actual CMA either in RA Colorado or just go into RPR, because it creates a nice, easy, you can put together 15 CMAs in an afternoon, and just shoot those off through an email and then follow up with a phone call. Hey, did you get the CMA? Do you have any questions about the real estate market in general?
I like that too. RPR, if you're not using it,
Yeah.
that is like one of the most powerful tools we have. Only realtors have it. So if you're not a realtor, which of course all of us are, but there are companies and agents out there that aren't, they don't get to use this. It's through NAR. It's on the RE Colorado dashboard. You need your NRDS number to access it. But if you haven't used it before, there's something on a weekend to go figure out, learn, take a couple classes. They've got great education on it. But like you said, follow up with a phone call. This is not just send something out in the mail and hope that something happens.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not always about that person that you sent the CMA to see if they want to sell. Like Stacy said, it might trigger them thinking of someone else in their sphere who's thinking about selling their home. And it's a great way for you to have a reason to call someone and say, hey, it's a crazy market. I thought I'd update you what's going on. Do you know anyone?
Yeah, and there are a lot of people that say, oh, I feel weird, calling my clients. I don't want to be salesman-y. I don't know what to ask them about. Well, now you have a talking point and a purpose for following up. And like we mentioned, it's a great segue for them in conversations with their sphere, because that's what we're trying to tap into, is the people they know. For them to be like, oh yeah, my realtor just did a CMA for us and our home is at $60,000. And for that person in their sphere to go, well, do you think they'd be willing to do one for me? That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
But RPR stands for Realtor Property Resource. So yeah, get in there, use that website. You literally type in an address and it creates, through algorithms and county records, an estimated property value. Granted, it's not as good as diving into the MLS and looking at specific comps, but it's pretty darn accurate. It's not like a Zillow or anything like that where the numbers are way off.
No, that's very...
So, and it's super professional, and there's all kinds of different reporting options you can use. So that's one of my favorite resources.
Great. Tip number 1. Number 2, post the What's Your Home's Value link from your Pro Agent website to your social media site.
So a lot of you are going, what is this? What do you mean, what's your home value? So we're going to show you an example. So all of you have a Pro Agent website, and that was set up when you first joined Equity. And on there, when you go to your home page and you scroll down, it will say buying, selling, on the go. You're too far down.
Oh, sorry. I have to show them the whole website.
So, buying, selling, on the go, and contact me. If you click on the selling tab, it will take you to the screen that we're going to demo. So people have the ability to type in their name, their email address, their phone number, and their property address, and it will create a generic CMA for them. But on the back end, you get a notification that someone is interested in knowing their home value. So when you go to this page, you can actually go up to your web browser and you can cut and paste the link. So we're going to demonstrate this. You're going to cut and paste the link, and then you're going to go into your Facebook account, and we've got a test account set up for you guys to view, and we posted that link And then you can type something that says, hey, curious about what's going on in the real estate market, want a free market evaluation, or whatever you want to type in. And when you post it, it will show what you typed plus this little image. And on the bottom it says, what's your home's value? Find out now online. And so when they click on that, it links them back to your ProAgent website. They can type in their information and generate a CMA. So this is a slightly more passive approach to people getting their home value, but it's then up to you to follow up once you get the email that someone has submitted one of these requests. So it's just a nice way for people to be on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and go, oh yeah, I'll click through and see what my home value is. I don't have to talk to a human, I can just get it via email.
And every time we tell someone about this, or tell you guys about this, a handful of you will actually go do it.
You'll do it today.
And then you'll end up getting leads and go, oh my gosh, that worked.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is, then you forget
And you don't do it
what
again.
you did, and you're like, I haven't done this for 2 years. Put it in your calendar once a month. Because remember, on Facebook, things get pushed down so quickly that if you're not watching it right this second or today,
You'll miss it.
you'll miss it. So you've got 1,000 people in your database on Facebook, and really only a handful of people are seeing this. So if you're like, I don't want to post it too often, I'm being, just post it once a month.
Yeah.
But the main thing is be cute, be clever in your wording,
Comment.
in your comment, and make this personal. And hey, if you're curious what's going on in the market, keep tabs on the value of your home. Maybe send this out to a friend. Keep it fresh. And remember, social media is social. So it's not advertising media. It's called social media.
Yes.
But it works. It totally works. But then put it in your calendar and do this consistently. Otherwise, you'll do it once a year and you'll forget it.
Yeah.
So again, Diane, this is part of your free website. So you guys all this is a beautiful looking website.
Yeah, all of you have the access to this.
Yeah, and if you've forgotten how to do it, go back in your emails and look, because when you joined us, we sent you all kinds of information on how to get to your website, make sure you get your own domain name and stuff like that. And if you don't have it, go on to Elevate. We do have a link for ProAgent website. It explains exactly how to do this. Please don't deluge Paul with these questions, because he's going to tell you to go back to Elevate too, because that's where you got to start. So on Elevate, you all have your own website with your own picture. Your picture will come up here, your information here. You can have testimonials, your link.
Yeah, and then it's got an IDX feed, so people can search for houses through this website.
And you can do the same thing with buying. So we said go to selling, click on the selling button, take that URL, and that will help people figure out what the value of their home is. Likewise, if you go to the buying, find your home here, you can post that link as well. It's the IDX link, and they can go straight
The listings.
to list. Pretty simple, pretty easy. If you're totally lost, shoot us an email.
It's a cool tool though, because last time we taught our lead generation class when we were doing in-person classes, we had an individual that went out that afternoon and posted it. He had 4 CMAs that were created that day for clients. He landed 2 listings that next week.
It works.
Do all of you want 2 listings next week?
It totally works.
Do it.
And do it consistently then.
And then send me an email to let me know that you did it, because I want to know who you are. Yeah, so I'm excited. I love that one. That is one of my favorite listing generation tips. So another one that you guys are probably pretty familiar with is reaching out to non-owner occupied homeowners to see if they want to sell. And you can actually pull a list of non-owner occupied homeowners from Realist. So when you log into your RE Colorado account, click on the Realist tab. There's an advanced search button in the Realist tab, and you can add fields to search by. You're going to add the owner occupied field, and you're going to mark the checkbox that says not owner occupied. And it will pull an entire list based upon county, based upon city, based upon neighborhood. I mean, you can get as specific as you want. People that have lived in their homes or owned a home more than 10 years. You can be very specific with these searches. And then reach out to those homeowners, whether it be a mailer. If you're going to send mail, I recommend a jumbo postcard so they don't have to open an envelope. Sometimes you can still find phone numbers for people, so calling. But, you know, there are a lot of people right now that are maybe landlords that don't want to be landlords anymore, or they've had change in financial status with the pandemic and they need to sell and liquidate some properties. So these are a great resource for getting listings.
And again, there are classes, free classes on RE Colorado that teach you Realist. I see Bess is posting that there's new RPR classes. I mean, there are so many classes out there. Go to RE Colorado, go to their events and calendar schedule, and learn how to use these resources.
Yeah. And, you know, there oftentimes are people that own these properties in Colorado that have moved out of state. Maybe they're in Florida, maybe they're in Texas, and they don't know what's going on in the Colorado market. So you being able to give them advice and share your knowledge just creates one more person to put in your database.
Awesome. The next, number 4.
Pay attention. We probably should have just put that in bold. Pay attention and interact with people on social media who are experiencing change in their life. Maybe they're posting about getting married. Maybe they're posting that they're having their second child. Maybe you see something about their kids going off to college. Maybe they get a promotion and they say, yay, we're moving out of state. Ding, ding, ding. You need to be reaching out to these people that are having life changes and congratulating them, but also finding out if you can be a resource. And again, keep in mind, you are not selling anything. You're not selling anything. You are just offering to share your market knowledge.
You're a resource. Yeah, that's. If you haven't taken Buffini, we're going to talk about it here soon. Learning to get out of your way and not think that you're a salesperson, but thinking of you as a trusted advisor and resource. When you get that figured out, that you are very valuable and people want to know what you know and they want to know what's going on in the market, your career will just take off. So, yeah, you're a resource.
So, you know what? Pay attention to social media and don't just thumbs up someone or comment on their post. Actually pick up the phone and call them and find out if there's any need for your assistance. So, tip number 5.
Real quick.
Oh, yeah. We got a question?
Crystal, where do we find the Realist in number 3? RE Colorado.
RE Colorado. When you log into your RE Colorado MLS account, it is on your dashboard.
And again, if you get there and you're lost, call RE Colorado's helpline. They are so awesome.
Their customer service is so good, but they do Realist classes almost weekly on how to use that system and how to pull mailing lists. I mean, you can print labels, you can do everything straight from Realist.
So yeah, RE Colorado. And again, if you get there and you get lost, call them. That's what they're there for.
That's
is to
their
support
wheelhouse.
us. You pay them to use the system. It's our system. We own that. They're here to help.
Yeah, and they're great at it. So tip number 5, take a really hard look at your sphere. Maybe you know a divorce attorney or a financial advisor or a probate attorney or an HR manager, because oftentimes those people will know when someone is making a life change and maybe they want to refer them out to a great realtor. So being able to use your dialogues that you'll learn from Buffini classes, qualify these people in your sphere and find out, do they have a realtor that they know and trust that they will refer people to? And if not, find out if you can be that person. So just slightly out of the box, maybe thinking, if you guys are going, well, I don't really know how to use this, we'll tell you a quick little story about something that we did. How many years ago did we work with Les Schwab?
It's probably been 6 years ago now.
6 or 7 years ago?
Yeah.
So Les Schwab Tire Center, as you guys know, Todd and I are from the Northwest. We both grew up in Oregon, and Les Schwab Tire Center is a very predominant business in Oregon and really Washington as
Northwest,
well.
yeah.
And so when they came to Colorado and opened up, we were so excited because they have just the best customer service and take great care of your car when you need tire changes and things like that. So Todd drives down to the Les Schwab Highlands Ranch
Highlands
location.
Ranch, yeah.
They opened right across the street from where we were living. And he runs in there and he says, oh, we're so excited to have you guys here. We just love Les Schwab. We're going to bring in our cars. When can we get on your schedule? And started getting to know the general manager. And through conversations, we were realizing that a lot of those Les Schwab employees were being relocated from the Northwest into Colorado, so it had the branding and the feel that that company was looking for. And so, you know, of course, in conversation, Todd lets him know that we sell real estate. And we ended up putting together a relocation package for the Les Schwab employees. Now, we did not reach out to the HR department at corporate and set up this big, you know, to-do with them. We just went to the general manager and said, can we help you and anybody else coming into this branch that needs to buy and sell a home?
It was awesome.
It worked great.
So yeah,
And you know what? We put together a nice little
Remember that.
packet. Oh, our Home by Design
we had our
magazine.
home by design. I asked, can I put this on your guys', you know, they have a little waiting room. Can I put these on? Oh, they're like, oh, what is that? That's awesome. They loved it. I mean, I was genuinely excited about them coming. It's like
Very
having,
excited.
for me, what's the hamburger joint that everybody's excited about?
In-N-Out Burger?
It was really, I was not a discount tires guy. Les Schwab, you drive up, they run out to your car. I mean, I was like, this is great service. I'm so excited
Cut,
they're
good-looking
here.
gentlemen.
So yeah, and sometimes we think too big. How do I get in with the HR department? And versus let's just make a relationship right here.
Yeah.
You've got the guy right in front of you. It doesn't even have to be the main manager. It's just a person who works there, and you're excited that they're here, and you're offering your services. And we ended up working with 3 of the local, the Lakewood, the Highlands Ranch, and I think the Parker.
And the Littleton branch.
Littleton branch.
Off Ken Carroll. And yeah, they were great. The manager would always say, Todd and Stacey will take great care of you. So we had people calling us before they would move from Oregon and Washington saying, I'm coming to Colorado. I'd mail them their relocation packet, which was information about us, our testimonials, schools, because we knew what branch they were going to, one of those 3 branches. So I pulled up school information, local libraries, everything that they needed because they were brand new to the area. They arrived, we showed up, we drove them around, we showed them houses, and sometimes they started in an apartment or a rental, and we'd help them facilitate that knowing they were going to turn into a client. So this works for buyers and for sellers because we sold them homes and then we listed all their homes when they 2 years later got relocated to different states. So we worked with so many different people. So think outside the box of who do you know that owns businesses that could be potentially relocating their employees throughout the country and needing your help.
And especially now when people are working from all over the place. Mm-hmm. So, you know, a lot of companies are saying, hey, you can work from home. Well, that home might be a new home, a different place. You know, they've been living downtown Denver because it's close to their office, but now they can work from home and maybe they want to live in Highlands Ranch, Longmont, Fort Collins, or up in the mountains. You know, people are all over the place. So, yeah.
So it was a very fruitful relationship.
Very fruitful. And very fun.
And yeah, we loved working with them and they loved working with us, and we had fun going in there to say hi, and we referred a lot of clients their way too. So it was a double street,
two-way street?
Two-way street. Thank you.
So again, yeah, divorce attorneys, financial advisor, probate attorney, HR manager, things like that. Again, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. I hear people going, oh, you know, I've got a connection at Lockheed and maybe I can get into HR.
Nope.
You're not going to get in with Lockheed and HR, and just get in with the person at the front desk. Get in with your friend who's there who knows people. Circumvent the HR department. Not everybody needs to go through the HR department. So, yeah, good tip. Number 6.
All right, send out a reverse prospecting postcard. And we've talked about this.
A lot.
You know, if you have a buyer that is looking in a neighborhood and there's nothing on the market in that neighborhood, Well, then send out a postcard that says I have a buyer looking in your area. If you don't have a buyer and you're just trying to drum up listings, inventory is low and home values are up. Have you thought about selling? They're great postcards to send. Again, you can get mailing lists off of Realist Tax in RA, Colorado to send to different geographic areas depending on which areas you want to be working. And we've done this before, and it does work. You have to mail a lot, and you have to mail consistently. I wouldn't say it's one of the most fruitful things we've done, but it does work. So here's a sample of a postcard that you can generate off of Elevate in our marketing center. And there is a back side to the postcard, but this is just a visual of what the front looks like. And on the back, it brands you with your phone number or your photo, and you can type something in there.
So again, go to Elevate, go to the Market Center. If you're going, I don't know what the Market Center is, go learn it. We have videos on YouTube how to use this. You're going to have to do a little research, do a little digging to learn the tools and systems. But once you do, it's easy.
Yeah.
And she said it hasn't been the most fruitful. Every single time that we have sent out a postcard, and we mainly did it into a condo complex where we own an investment, because we ended up getting other people that wanted to buy in this area. Mm-hmm. And we'd send out, do you know of anyone thinking of selling? Mm-hmm. We have a buyer in this condo comp. Every single time we've done that, we have gotten a listing. And our downfall is we didn't stick with it consistently.
Yes.
Because I think we did it maybe 2 or 3 times, we got 2 or 3 listings, and then we moved on to the next. So I think it's highly fruitful. You just got to be consistent with it.
Yeah.
And again, don't go too big. Keep it narrow. Keep it focused. Keep it consistent. Don't go spending thousands of dollars and sending out 5,000 postcards and then you never do it again. It's got to be consistent and targeted.
Yeah, exactly. And like Todd just said, it was for a specific condo complex that we own a property in, and we got to know some of the people in there who were buying and selling and had buyers that were wanting to get in there. And it was only 240 units. So it was really easy to pull that mailing list, shoot out those postcards. And then when we would show our buyer the condo, if it wasn't a good fit for them, then it opens up a conversation of, well, if you're interested in selling, would you like to put your place on the market? And then we do our song and dance with our listing presentation. And so yeah, we did get multiple listings. You're right, and we only sent out 3 sets of postcards because that's the only times we had a buyer, and I didn't do the inventory is low. Have you thought about selling?
Exactly. So this totally would work. Totally.
Yeah. So number 7. So these are hard. They're not easy. I think our first 6 recommendations are fun. They're very light. NEDs, Notice of Election Demand, which means property that is in pre-foreclosure. So typically an NED goes out once a homeowner is at least 30 days delinquent on their mortgage payments. So you can pull up a list of all of the people that are in pre-foreclosure because they have not made their mortgage payments. You can also contact title companies to email those lists to you. Land Title, Stewart Title, Heritage Title, they do it. I get Land Title's list every Friday. Comes straight to my inbox. If you want to focus in on a specific county and do these in a disciplined fashion, we're going to show you a link on how to pull these up. This is the Douglas County Foreclosure Property Search website. Arapahoe County, Jefferson County, Denver County, all the counties have one of these. Douglas County is just really easy to navigate for demonstration purposes. So if you Google Douglas County Foreclosure Search, you will find this website. And what you can do is you will go in here and, for example, let's say you want to find all of the homeowners in the last couple of weeks who have received a notice in the mail that they are in pre-foreclosure. So we'll just go the 12th through the 10th. And I try not to go too far back because once you've received an NED, you're pretty much 110 to 125 days away from a foreclosure auction sale. And the homeowner does have the right to cure their loan up until the day before the foreclosure auction sale. So if you're searching too far back, you're going to be too close to the foreclosure auction sale to help these people, because you have to get the home under contract, closed, and money in the hand of the mortgage company at least 24 hours before the auction. So for example, in Douglas County, there are several different properties that are in pre-foreclosure. And what you can do is you can click on any one of these and open them up and see the details. So for example, there's this Canyon Gulch Lane unit. Was originally, the original loan amount was $230,000. The outstanding balance is $223,000. It tells you who the attorney is of record. And it also tells you when the current sale date is. Oh, this one's already closed. Let's look at a different one. I'm gonna pull. Okay, that's why. I'm sorry.
You
I
went
put
too
my
far
numbers.
back. Yeah.
I will put my numbers in. Actually, I put them in the wrong field, so that's why. So you want the election date, not the sale date. All right. So we are going to run that instead. We'll delete those out. Sorry. Foreclosure auction actually is. We don't want those properties.
If that house was, or the condo was worth $250,000, so Crystal, for contact to send out the postcards, you can do it directly. Marketing center that you can go to and actually call Troy and he can help you, or you can do it yourself through our market center where the link that we showed goes directly to. So it's in Elevate. You can do it yourself. Again, take a look at our YouTube video on the market center. We show you how to do it.
Yeah. All right, so now that I got the information here correctly, I am searching the date range January 11th through February 10th of the election and demand date. So the date that they have been delinquent on going into foreclosure. So let's just do a quick example. We've got 8467 Canyon Rim Circle Unit 201. Come over here to select, and it's going to tell you all the details about this pre-foreclosure. It's going to tell you what the original mortgage information is, who the attorney is working for the mortgage company, and when the sale date is. So this is what we're looking at. We have until May 12th, if this homeowner wants to sell the property, to get it sold and funded. So what I recommend is, can we pull up RPR real quick? I don't know if you have your login all set up. We'll give it a quick try.
I don't.
Okay, so what you do is cut and paste this address into RPR. I'm going to tell you, I did this before the sales meeting. Every single one of you sitting here watching this should reach out to this person. I'm showing on RPR that this property is worth in the 250 to 260 range, and she only owes $150,000 on it. There's a possibility that there could be another lien on the property. This is just the mortgage that's recorded, but there is a high likelihood that this person can sell and walk away with equity. So how do you reach out to these people? You can either try and research phone numbers online, you can send postcards, or if you're brave and it's an area that you're familiar with, you can go visit them by door knocking. Of course, social distancing, masks, everything with pandemic restrictions do apply. But this is it's a rewarding way to help people. There are a lot of people that have equity in their home and they don't realize it, and they will be walking away from that if they let it go into foreclosure. So educating them and letting them know what the process of listing their we did a lot of short sales, a lot of these NEDs, and we've helped a lot of
They're just
don't
know.
in a hard spot. So
And sometimes they even know that they have money. They're just tired. They're beaten down. Maybe something
overwhelmed.
else has happened in their life, and they just have thrown their hands up in the air, and they need somebody to actually
do it for them.
do it for them and take care of them.
So yeah, talk about wanting to really assist and help people that are in a tough spot, especially during the pandemic. People that are, maybe they've lost their job or had their hours cut, and they're just, I can't make my payments. My goal is to put food on the table instead. So do these NEDs, but you have to do them daily because someone else will beat you to it if you're not quick. And do it in an area that you're very comfortable with. So number 8, not a fun one. It's another really hard one, but it has brought us so much business in our past, calling expired listings. Expireds are few and far between in this market, but I recommend you don't call current expired listings. Go back 6, 12, 18 months. Maybe people pulled their homes off the market because the timing wasn't right, something else was going on in their life, and maybe they're interested in putting the home back on the market now. You can search expired listings through the MLS. You just go to the status section, and instead of clicking active like you would be looking for a buyer, you click expired and you put a date range in. Again, don't do current ones. Those people get inundated right and left. But calling someone that's not getting 20 phone calls from a realtor because their expired came up a year ago, they might be in a better position to sell now.
It takes a lot of skill.
Takes a lot of skill.
It takes a lot of skill, a lot of persistence, patience. You're going to need to take some classes on overcoming objections, how to do a proper presentation, because this is high level stuff.
Yeah, you have about 20 seconds on the phone with these people to capture
get that
them
rapport
and to get an appointment. Otherwise, it's on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, and they're tough. They are very tough. But
there were
if
days
you want
days of tears.
if you want to sharpen your skills, there is no better way than calling expired listings.
All depends on how hungry you are and what your goals are. But those are 8 great tips how to add to your business, add to your listing. You're going to have to educate yourself. You're going to have to take some time. You're going to have to get some resources. And this none of this is quick fix. And none of this is, hey, let's call Tom and Stacy and tell me how to do this again. This is stuff that you're going to have to take your time and dig and research and learn, and your skills you have to build yourself. We can't build them up for you. It's not a 15-minute thing. This takes years and a lot of time. I mean, my presentations, when I worked on listing presentations, and those are for working with an NED, they need to know who you are and what you're going to do for them. Working with a expired listing, you really got to show who you are because they've been burned. They didn't sell. So what's different about you than the other agents out there? You've got to really hone your skills. So
Yeah.
But it's all possible.
It is all possible. And of course, you know how big of an advocate we are for Buffini and working with Sphere, because they help sell you to their friends and family, so you don't have to do the hardcore presentation. You don't have to show your value as much as you do in some of these other methods, which makes a great segue.
Perfect segue. That's the next.
That we are so excited to run 2 simultaneous courses starting the end of this month because we believe in Buffini so much. Do you want to tell them a little bit about 100 Days to Greatness?
Yeah, well, I mean, Crystal, you just said, where do we take presentation classes? This is where you learn. And I saw you've already signed up. So 100 Days to Greatness, this is an amazing course that he has put together. I taught 100 Days of Greatness 10 years ago. He turned it into Peak Producers, and then he has brought this back because it's just so powerful. It's 12 weeks. The first week is every day you're going to get a video, and then after that it's 11 more weeks of training. We're going to do this online. Again, we can't get together yet, guys, but that's okay. Okay, online is just fine. We're going to do it Zoom, so we're actually seeing each other and talking to each other and supporting each other. But I would say if you're not 100% confident in your presentation style in delivering your value to buyers, delivering your value to sellers, and how you prospect your sphere of influence and what that even means.
Dialogues and how you communicate with people in general.
Then this is for you. Because I've got an advanced class we're going to talk about too. And I don't want people thinking, well, I've been doing real estate for 5 years, I should be an advanced. If you're not 100%, I've got the best dialogue, the best listing presentation, and you're like, oh, I don't even have any of that, you need to take this. This is not just for new people. This is 100% if you are new. You got to start here. And if you're listening to me right now, you're like, I just got my license, I just paid all these fees, I'll take it. You're not going to make it in the business long enough to pay those fees off. You got to take this now. I'm sorry to say it, but
Yeah.
you need to spend some money.
And if you have to beg, borrow, or steal this money, get your hands on it, because it will be the best investment that you make in yourself, and it will catapult the rest of your career. And if you want to sell a house 30 days from now, or you'd rather wait a year and a half from now, you choose. Take Buffini. You will be on the front end of earning an
Again,
income.
we cannot teach you individually how to do this. Okay, we have to do this in a group setting, in a systemized setting, with Buffini leading this. It's amazing. It is amazing. You have to take it. If you are not selling a dozen homes a year or more, you need to be taking this. If you want to sell a dozen homes a year or more, hopefully you want to sell 20 or 30. It's amazing seeing what people are doing who've been in the business for 5 or 6 or 7 years, and the life that they're building. Paying for kids to go to college, paying for them, buying their houses, not getting loans, but buying their homes, and having a nest egg so they can retire someday. And we have lots of agents doing that, and every one of them started out with 100 Days to Greatness or Peak Producers or Mastery to Pathway. This is where it starts.
Yeah. And if you're not sure what you're supposed to do every morning when you get yourself out of bed,
Yeah.
this is the answer.
Yeah, if you wake
This is
up
the
going,
answer.
I'm not sure what to do, and you're kind of juggling, this will give you a plan. In the next coming 2 days, I'm going to do a 15-minute video presentation from Brian. He goes in detail what 100 Days to Greatness is, what your expectations are, what you're going to learn from it, and same with Advanced Pathway to Mastery. So
that one starts February 26th, 10 a.m. Pathway to Mastery, the advanced version, we're going to kick off on Monday, February 22nd at 10 a.m. These are each hour-long classes.
So advanced, I would say if you're in the yearly category of our top agents who did 12 or more transactions this year, Annual Power Pro, and you're like, how do I get to the next level? This is for you. I already see some of our top agents are already registered for this. Mark Baker, who's been one of our top agents for the last 5 years, is taking this course. Mark Baker was Smedra's Rookie of the Year. Was that 6 years ago? 5 years? It could have been 7 years ago. I mean, Mark's been, an amazing agent. He's already signed up. I'm hoping to see Karina and Eileen and Caitlin and all of our top agents, and those of you that are just getting into that Power Pro yearly award winning and you want to get up to with Mark and Eileen, or you just want to streamline your business. It's not always about doing more. Sometimes it's doing the same with less.
Yeah, how to be more efficient
How
so
to
you
be
can
more
spend more time
efficient.
with your family.
Yeah, so I'm not always about let's make more. Sometimes it's about I've got a great business. How do I get that balance back? How do I juggle this? And that's for the advanced
How do
mastery.
I seek higher commissions? How do I, demonstrate? And there's going to be some really, really great techniques for the advanced learner.
So pay attention to our Facebook posts. Like I said, there are 2 15-minute videos that I will be posting and hosting, so we can have a discussion after we do it. And I'll do it in the next 2 days, probably do it in the morning. I'll put them up. They'll stay up there so you can watch it anytime, but if you want to ask questions, you can. 100 Days of Greatness, Pathway to Mastery Advanced. they should be huge classes. And again,
Yeah.
the nice thing is, again, we like getting together, but we can't do that yet. But the nice thing about Zoom is efficiency. We
Yeah.
can get together, we can discuss, we can learn, we can share, and we're not driving back and forth.
Yeah, and it's only an hour out of your day, so even though you may be busy with clients, you can always dedicate 1 hour of your day to improving yourself so that you can help the lives of those you're working with. I was thinking I was going to tell you one more thing about Path. Oh, if you are planning to register for this, go ahead and do it now. It helps us know what our number and head count is looking like. Please don't save it for the last minute. Plus, you need to get all of your marketing materials and all of your class materials in the mail, and those do take 3 to 4 days, business days, to obtain. So if you're planning on doing it, don't hold out. Just go ahead and get registered now so you have all of your goodies ready to go the end of the month.
So some great comments here. Beth, I think a new agent, it's hard to take all the in water from a fire hose. Yes, as a new agent, it is a lot to take in. And most of our agents who are in, the higher earning areas and who've been around for a while have taken these multiple times. Okay, they have taken 100 days. Stacy, you took it.
I took 100 Days to Greatness twice, and I took Peak Producers twice.
Okay, so 4 of the classes she's done twice, and not advanced. So let's not jump to advanced too quickly. Okay, really advanced. I'm talking advanced is for really, really seasoned advanced agents. I would think if you've been in the business less than 5 years and you just finally sold 12 homes or 14 homes, I would go back to the 100 Days of Greatness.
Yeah, keep working on those foundation pieces.
I would do that, and I would not double up, Beth. Can I do both? No, don't do both.
Yeah, it'll be too much. And the nice thing about being able to take these classes multiple times, you're in different places in your career each time you take them. And that's why I've taken Buffini 4 different times, and why we love mentoring it, because it reinforces everything that you're supposed to be doing on a daily basis. But you're in a different place. So what you absorb the first time around is going to be completely different than what you absorb the second time around or the third time around.
Yeah, when I hear someone say, "Oh, I already took that," I already not even close.
Yeah, there's so much
I will
depth.
sit down with you, you open up your day planner, you show me your calendar, and then you tell me that you're doing everything that we learned in 100 days, and I'll go, "Are you kidding? We're not even close."
Yeah.
And that's because there's so much to take in. So 100 days, I would think that should be 3 to 4 times bigger of a class than our advanced class. But definitely take advanced for those of you who I kind of called out. You know who you are. You know that you've taken these multiple times and you're ready for something new. Those of you who've done this once, you took Peak Producers once, you take this again. Do this again. Exactly. The reimbursement. When you write a contract during that 100 days or the 8 weeks for advanced, you write a contract during that time. When that pays out, we will reimburse you $100. So most of you
get this
paid for. And again, we don't earn anything from teaching this. We give you money for taking it. I don't know any other company that doesn't earn money off of their training. We don't.
No, we
want you to do better.
We believe in you guys, and we believe in the program so much and the success that it has brought people that it is worth us investing our time in order to make you guys better.
Yeah. And someone's going to say, "When are you going to do it again? I can't do it now." You need to do it now.
Yep.
Okay. We only do this a few times a year. It takes a lot of time, energy, and commitment. And we need the group dynamic. We need the large group so you guys are supporting each other. I don't want just 3 people in the class because someone has a kid sick and you can't attend. Now we have 2 of us sitting around sharing our experiences. It's so much more powerful to have 12, 15, 20 people sharing their experiences, their highs, their lows. I can't do this, well, I did do it, but I didn't think I could. That's a lot of the power of this course.
Yeah.
Both courses. So that's enough about the fee. More to come on Facebook.
Get yourself registered, because if you don't register, we will be picking up the phone and calling you and hounding you.
Yeah.
And you don't want us to do that.
And why would we do that?
Because we believe in you.
It worked. It changed our life, and it's changed the lives of so many of our agents. Please post in there. Mark, Eileen, Kara, on and on and on.
Stephanie.
Pam, Beth, all of you who have done so well. And then Mark what was tip number 5? We'll send out the agenda, and you guys will have all of our information.
Dig into your sphere. Do you know any probate attorneys, divorce attorneys, HR?
Too funny. Let's see.
Yeah, do we have any
anything
other
else?
questions?
I think we got that. 100 Days Greatness is still coming up $4.95 using the link. Is it $4.95?
Oh.
$3.95?
Did they up the price on us? Oh,
It says-
no.
Maybe it's $4.95. I thought it was $3.95.
Well, we will look into that.
We'll look into that.
Thank you.
I'll find out what's going on.
Yeah. Make sure that you guys get the best pricing that we can possibly offer. right.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
So I think we have
Gonna get dizzy with all that.
some Power Pro.
Power Pro Award winners. This is 2020. So this is for the year, guys. And this is in alphabetical order or no particular. Did you actually get it in alphabetical order?
Yeah, we
Paul?
put it in alphabetical order by
Well
first
done,
name.
Paul. Yeah, that took work just doing that.
Because we didn't want to divulge who our top 3 annual Power Pro winners were for 2020. We're actually going to do that next week. So yeah, we did alphabetical order by first name.
Thank you, Crystal. Once again, you have to put in a promo code. So I don't see that that's posted right here. Hopefully that's posted on our Facebook page link. If not, we'll get that out to you guys too. So thanks, Crystal. So 2020 professional award winners. All of these people sold at least 12, had at least 12 transactions last year, and much more. What day are we doing our video again?
So we are going to live stream here on Facebook, just the way you guys are watching the sales meeting, next Wednesday, February 17th. So we will acknowledge every single award recipient. We will reveal the top 3 and the highest volume recipients, and then all of you guys do have really nice awards plaques that have been ordered that you can then pick up from the office. So they're really, really pretty plaques for you guys this year.
So I will just read the names here quickly. Again, this is not in it's in alphabetical order, but I just want to congratulate you right now. But again,
We'll do the formal
do the
ceremony.
live video, and again, when we can get together safely without restrictions, we will. I don't know what kind of party we're gonna have, but we're gonna have a
fun party
for all of
everyone.
us, for everyone.
But yeah, even if you aren't an award winner this year,
Please,
join us on our Facebook Live ceremony and support your fellow agents and give them a round of applause.
so congratulations to the following: Anna Nalani, Brooke Habermat, Kara Hoherd, Denise Dixon, Diane Mueller, Eileen Kitko, Greg Tiffin, Julie Felson, Karina Podensny, Caitlin Tran, Kathy Harder, Kevin Tiffin, Kristen Wiley, Christy Oliva, Lori Sanders, Lisa Snyder, Vicky Opapari, Mario Lombardi, Mark Baker, Michael Carter, Najood Hogue, Pam Bellier, Priscilla Welch, Rocio Cantelli, Sandra Shaler, Stephanie Falhauer, and Tanya Brown. Congratulations to all of you. So proud of you guys. How many did we have last year?
So for 2019, we had 18 Power Pro Award recipients.
And this year we have.
And this year we have 26 individuals. We are giving out 27 awards.
So that's just so exciting. Let's double this. Those of you that aren't on this list, let's get on here.
Yeah.
Let's make this a great year. Let's make 2021 an amazing year. And start it off by taking a
The
course,
beanie.
growing your knowledge. You got to grow your knowledge to keep growing. So anyway, that's awesome. What a great group.
Yeah, we're excited.
For January 2021,
Which means you guys were all working through the holidays, getting your clients under contract.
great month, starting off already the new 2021 year. Our top sales volume was Kara Hoherd with 2.2 million and 4 transactions. Congratulations
Yeah,
to
top
Kara.
agent and volume.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
You
Good
took the whole
job.
thing. You got the trifecta. And then Kathy Harder with 3 transactions. Melissa Cluck with 3 transactions. Kristen Wiley with 3 transactions. Mario Lombardi with 3 transactions. Tanya Brown with 3 transactions. And the following all had 2 transactions. Michael Carter, Jill Speth, Mindy Sanders, Derek Dannenbaum, Megan DePinto, Vicky Opapari, Marsha Marquardt, Nicole I can never pronounce your last name. Telemendis, Nicole Telemendis, John Holm, Kevin Tiffin, and Liliana Parra. Congratulations to all of you.
Yeah.
So proud of what you guys are doing, and this is a tough industry, and you guys are true pros.
Yep, good job.
If you have a new or coming soon listing, please be sure to be posting it on our Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And one other thing, coming soon listings, please pay attention to the clear cooperation rules that we have out there. When you take a new listing, it's got to be in the MLS within 24 hours. Period.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably the easiest thing I can say. It's got to be in the MLS in 24 hours. You can't market properties to the general public or a specific sector of the general public. It's got to be in the MLS in 24 hours.
You can put it in as the coming soon status, which you have the ability to do that for the first 7 days, so it won't be broadcast out to internet websites. It'll only be searchable by real estate agents. But yeah, if you put a for sale sign up, you do a social media post, it has to be in that MLS system.
Awesome.
I know we've beat that one with a dead horse, but
We think we've beaten with a dead horse, but we keep getting the questions.
Yeah, and the problem is we're starting to get violation notifications from RE Colorado for agents who are not following the rules, and they are enforcing fees and fines, and we're trying to protect you guys and keep you from paying those. So
I'm seeing listings coming up, so thanks, Mary Deckard, for posting your listings. Keep posting those up there, guys. If you got something that's been around for a while, it's not moving for some weird reason, post it, put it back in front of us. Price update.
I'd like to say post your buyer needs, but that's going to be a really long list of people. But you know what?
Go ahead if you want. Paul, you got anything hot topic for us?
You guys crushed it. I think you covered everything. I could pitch Buffini even further, but I don't know if we have time for that. Nope, we're all set.
We're good. We got anything else for like a couple minutes? You guys got any questions while we're here? Again, we will get together when we can get together.
Yeah.
And I'm just watching really Smedra. When Smedra allows classes to happen, then we can, because that's where we hold our meetings and everything is at Smedra. So that's what we're waiting for. So we'll keep our eye on Smedra. If we see something go live there, then we know that we're going
Green
live.
light for us. We're waiting for the green light.
One other thing. If you did $3 million in productivity, or how many transactions for the Smedra Diamond Awards?
I don't have the answer to that.
Pay attention to Smedra Diamond Awards. Maybe we have Melissa or Nick on right now watching.
And I should know the answer to that, but I have Power Pro stuff in my head because
Yeah.
I've been tallying numbers for the last 2 weeks. 3 million in sales, and I don't remember how many transactions you have to have.
I can't remember either.
20 to 29.
20 to 29. Okay, so Smedra Diamond Awards, turn in your applications. So yeah, and I've got to get the company
our
stuff in.
office application in, because we're going.
We
for
want
this
more of
again.
these. We want more of these. So yeah, this is your guys' hard work. We want more of those. That's 2019. We've got 2 of them right behind me.
So yeah, there are different tiers for the awards. So you can get a 1 carat, a 2 carat, a 3 carat based upon your productivity.
Yep.